I'm only using sound to talk with this particular part of the video, but after this, it's over, it's period. You're just getting time lapses after that. I'm tired, I'm exhausted, and I'm ready to get this video over with. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I am Princess of Aesthetically Princess. Hi, hello, I am Princess. If you're new, hello, again, I am Princess. Here on my channel, I do a multitude of things from art to journaling to self-care. Today is none of that. We're not doing any of that. What we're doing is we're fixing this. We're redoing this space because I have loved my very nice setup that I've had for maybe a year now. Every year or so I end up changing my space where I film and things like that, so it's about time that happens once again. And so that's what we're kind of doing today. We are taking all of this apart and we're moving stuff around because, again, I want to change up the way things look. I do this about once a year or maybe even twice a year where I'll move stuff completely around to make, you know, it feel better in here. It's a bit of like something that I do randomly, especially when I have a large amount of anxiety or I have a new part of my life that's been added recently. I take my time to redo my area. So that's what we're doing. Most of this is going to be time lapses. I'm kind of excited. This has been needing to happen for a few days now, a few weeks now. I've been tired of the way that it's set up and I've been having problems trying to maneuver with the way it's set up. So it's time to change a few things. So let's get into the video. Okay, so here is the before of what it's looking like. It's just the main reason I am doing this is because this is not functional. I'm so sorry to say this, but the way I have my room set up currently, it's not functional for me to maneuver myself around this room, and so it has to change. So first things first, I need to get rid of everything that's currently hanging up or just anywhere near the vicinity. Everything has to go. I don't care what anyone says, everything in this area, it's gotta go. And honestly, this was like the part that took the longest out of everything. It's because I was trying to make sure nothing broke on the way. I had to move it out of frame so I could at least get the area clean and be able to look at it and go, okay, this is where I want this and this and this. But there's so much stuff over here that that's another reason why I'm like maneuvering it and stuff and pushing things around and trying to clean up this space is because not only is it not functional, it's not easy for me to access any of my stuff. So literally I need to remove everything. I need to put stuff where find a place for stuff to belong, because if I can't move around to access any of my clothes or any of my shoes, I'm not gonna fucking wear it. It takes me moving around a chair and a desk to even try and see if I can look in the mirror. And so that's another huge problem, is that I can't use my mirror very well. I have to stand all the way at the back of the other side of my room to even look in the mirror, because I can't, squeeze over there long enough to be able to see the entirety of my body. So I'm so happy to finally have cleaned up this area. It's been bugging me for the longest. Now that I finished fixing everything, I'm only missing one thing that you might see in the next video that I've wanted. It's not ready yet, so I wanted to at least get this area cleaned up so when I add it looks nice in the next video. I'm so super excited and I'm super happy with the way that everything turned out. And I was thinking about it for the few days that I had begun on, moving stuff around and things like that. I was just thinking about, okay, where do I want to put things? Actually, when I finally finished cleaning stuff off, moving stuff out of the way, when I looked back at it, I was still kind of confused of where I wanted to put things. So it took me a second before I could finally be like, okay, now I know what I'm doing. I'm still kind of maneuvering stuff as we speak. I have other things that I'm adding eventually when I buy them. So like I'm changing my clothing rack. I might buy a new mirror. So that's other stuff it's stuff that I haven't bought yet, but as my videos continue, they'll probably change as well, because honestly, change is for everything, and I'm just gonna keep changing this stuff. Again, I do this often. I do this thing where I just go into my room and I just move stuff around, and I do it so very often that honestly it just becomes a thing that happens whenever I'm honestly either bored or tired of a space. I just go in and I change everything, and it feels nice. And so if you're at any point feeling like your bedroom is like feeling a little cramped or feeling dirty, or you just need a change of scenery, I always recommend just taking everything out and then moving stuff around. I can finally take some of this stuff from underneath my desk again. Not easy to maneuver, and honestly, it feels a lot more cramped under here. But now that I've cleaned it up and moved stuff from underneath it, it doesn't feel as cramped anymore, thank goodness. Some of the stuff I ended up going back underneath my desk. My skates didn't, so now I will probably use my skates some more when it starts to warm up again, because honestly they've been under my desk the entire time and I usually forget about them, quite honestly. But having this area clean has felt so nice. It just, again, I can move so much easier. It's been like not even like a full day since I moved everything, and it still looks weird when I look at it sometimes, because I look at it and I'm like, oh my gosh, what happened? So the next thing that has to be done is I have to vacuum everything. This floor is disgusting over here because, again, I've had so much stuff that just sits here and it just collects dust. Again, it's super hard to get around, so it's been annoying to have to vacuum and clean it. So finally vacuuming it up, getting all of the pieces of paper. I actually got on my hands and knees and I used the what's it called? What is that thing? It's not a pipe. It's goodness gracious. The little the handheld part of the vacuum. Use that to clean up the corners and stuff like that. Here's me standing around looking confused. I know the main thing I wanted to do with my room was to move that desk. It was in an awkward position next to my window, because my window's longer than the width of the legs of the desk. So that was a problem that was starting to piss me off, was that it didn't line up with my window very well, so I just went ahead and just moved it out of the way. Again, I can probably now feel better about the space, and because of the way my bed is positioned in my room, having that desk so close to my bed was making it hard to get to the other side of my bed if I needed something. So I'm so happy to finally not be losing part of my leg every time I try to maneuver around my room. Because my desk and my bed were so close, I was always running my hip into it, and so I had huge bruises on my legs because I couldn't do anything about it. So there's that. But everything just feels so much bigger and so much better. Finally was able to move my Cricut. I didn't plug it up, but I did move it to a space where it would be, less in the way of everything else. There's not much decorating going on because I don't really have anything to decorate. This space is supposed to be functional for me to get dressed in the mornings, to style. I made sure to put my mirror in front of my window. I like taking mirror photos, but I've always had a problem with just not having the right lighting, because again, desk in front of window, so window causing problems, so no good lighting for cute pictures. So I decided to just put the mirror in front of my window instead. One, it will be easier for me to get closer to take better pictures, and it gets better direct sunlight. I'm also putting those containers that you saw at the beginning. I made those by hand, so I actually put them right next to the mirror because I like having them close to my mirror because I can put other stuff on top. But I used them for my shoes. I always put my shoes in them to display some of my favorite pairs of shoes. All of my heels, my usually my Converse. I have two pairs of Converse, black and white, so I put them together. All of my cute black high heels. I'm also putting up my purses and my hats on my wall. I have a good amount of purses. I want to add more, but currently I only have 3 that I use as kind of quote unquote display. But I added in my my purses on the wall, and then right underneath them I have 2 of my favorite hats that I usually wear. Ignore the thing on the table. I ended up removing it and replacing it with something else, but the way that everything looks, it adds a bit of decoration to that side wall. But I'm going to add more stuff above my desk soon. I also added in those flowers, which I was very happy about. And again, I put some of that stuff back underneath my table. That bag, the gift bags, I always put gift bags underneath my table just in case I need them. My pumpkin, my pumpkin and my flowers are for decoration, so I'm putting them underneath my table, so when the holidays come around, I can just move them onto my desk. That bag of bags is all of my my reusable grocery bags that I'm going to end up putting in my car when I get a new one. So that's the plan, putting that bag in my car, and it'll be empty. But putting the flowers next to, all my other stuff keeps them out of the way, but, very nice. Like I said, I'm getting a new clothing hanger soon. I already have one picked out. I just have to make sure I have the measurements correct. But this is the one I use for my clothes currently. It's not very sturdy, but it was random DIY I did. I got the pipes from like Home Depot, like maybe 2 years ago. Spray painted them pink, put them together, and they work really well for my room. They keep my clothes there. They keep a nice display of my clothes, and these are all the clothes that I usually wear regularly. I have black, white, and pink clothes that are on that clothing rack. So as soon as I can get, as soon as I can get a new clothing rack, I'm gonna be so happy. This is finally the after. I didn't film much of it, but my shoes are in place. I'm super duper happy. It doesn't need a tour. It just feels less cluttered. It feels more open, and I'm finally happy to have this whole area fixed. I'm so happy to be able to film here, and I hope you guys enjoyed it as a new background. And I will see you guys next time. Bye.